Hey, I'm Biff Roberts, and I'm at the Coliseum for one last time.
Welcome back to another episode of the Jim on Base Show. We're back at the Coliseum with the great Biff Roberts. And Biff, it's got to be pretty surreal to be here one last time, right?
Hey, you know what? It really is. You know, I came here at 4 years old, got a chance to see the A's for my first time, enjoyed seeing the vast grass out there, how big it was, and, you know, thinking one day maybe I'll get a chance to play here. You know, I think the A's, and now they're not here, it kind of has you reminisce on when you first saw the A's and what thoughts that brought to your mind. And I think for a lot of kids in the Bay Area, the first thought on our mind was someday we want to play on that field. And I just thank God that it did happen.
Well, it's got to be quite the honor, too, to get invited by the great Reggie Jackson, right? Are you friends with him, or?
Well, I mean, I've watched him from the time I was a kid play, and I always admired what he could do out here on the baseball field and how he really just captured the moment. He was just brilliant in what he did, and, you know, for him to put this together and to get us all back in there for one last time, I think that takes a very special individual.
And what was it like for you? Do you remember what your debut at the Oakland Coliseum was, since you're from Oakland?
Well, you know, I was mostly in the National League, so when I got to the Royals in like 94, we came here and played against the A's. And what I remember most about that day was coming out here, coming from the tunnel out to the dugout and hearing jazz music being played. And I said, only in Oakland, man, only in Oakland.
Well, speaking of jazz music, as you know, Oakland's famous for Days on the Green concerts, getting some great bands back in the day. So who was your very first concert, and did you go to any of those?
Yeah, I used to come here all the time, man. You know, it was... I'm trying to think of it because it's been so long ago, but they had just a great amount of people here, like the OJs and Mays, of course, man. And so Lenny Williams, who was still one of my favorites and a good friend of mine, come out here and watch Tower of Power. And so it was just one of those things that Oakland was always rich in music. And then when you talk about the history of music and the history of sports, and it's just one of those things where it's a great melting pot. And it seems like we're all on the same accord out here.
And the one thing about Oakland, everyone kind of knows each other too, right?
Yeah, it's just amazing that, you know, if you're from Oakland, we claim you. I don't know if I met you or not, but I still claim you. You're still my guy or my girl, one of the two.
Well, one of my final questions, growing up in Oakland, who were your favorite teams and athletes? Did you look up to anybody?
Well, you know, I used to love Bert Campaneris when I was a kid, number 19, playing shortstop and a leadoff guy. I just loved that. And then, you know, Rickey came, and I was like, wow, this is crazy, man. Claudell Washington was out here playing, and then Dave Stewart was here, and Al Woods was here, and then Gary Pettis showed up, and Lloyd Mosby showed up. And it was just so many guys, and I met Joe Morgan, and I was like, wow, this is my hero. And so all of these guys came from Oakland. They came from the gold nuggets that were here in Oakland at that time. Baseball was just so rich here, and it seemed like each era had guys who played in the big leagues.
Well, Biff, it's great to have you on because I think you're cool, but also I grew up seeing you do the post-game analysis, and I got your card signed as a kid, so thanks for me some time.
That's cool, man. I appreciate you. Thank you.